It's a warm evening considering the time of year. It is absolutely beautiful. 60 degrees. American League Championship Series, game number 6. The bullpen's been so good for the Red Sox in this series. Clay Buchholz gets the ball tonight. He is getting set to go. It's a rematch of game number 2. Buchholz against Scherzer. And here's the lineup for the Tigers, brought to you by Taco Bell. Sometimes you gotta live Moss. Torrey Hunter leads off in right field. Miguel Cabrera bats second and third. Prince Fielder hits third at first. Then it's the DH Victor Martinez. Johnny Peralta's in left. Avila does the catching, bad knee and all. He is tough and in there tonight. Omar Infante at second base. Austin Jackson's been hot now out of that number 8 spot. And Jose Iglesias, the shortstop, he has been dazzling with the glove. Starting to get a little bit more hot at the plate. And an up close and personal look at the 29-year-old right-hander from Texas, Clay Buchholz. 6'3", 190, 12-1 during the regular season. There are his numbers now in October.
Only 13 decisions because he missed 3 months being on the disabled list with shoulder problems. More breaking balls tonight. He was very, very impressed with John Lackey against Justin Verlander the other day in game 4. Touch and feel, a lot of sinkers. Be interesting to see how he works and if he throws more breaking balls tonight.
Home plate umpire tonight is Dan Iasonia. Joe West is the crew chief. Will he get to umpire home plate tomorrow night? That depends on tonight's result. It's Rob Drake at second, Ron Kolpa at third, Alfonso Marquez in left, and Dale Scott in right. Boston Red Sox are 1 win away from a trip to the World Series. And we look back at how far they've come last year. After, in 2011, blowing that 9-game lead for the AL wild card, they finish in last place in the division. They lost 93 games. And now this year, with a lot of new blood, John Farrell is the manager. Guys like Gomes and Victorino and Napoli join. They have the best record in the American League. They tie for the best record in all of baseball. They win the division series against Tampa Bay, and here John Farrell's club carries a 3-2 advantage in this ALCS. Look at the defense he's put together. No surprises. Gomes is in left. Then it's Ellsbury in center, Victorino in right. Xander Bogaerts, the 21-year-old, back-to-back starts. Stephen Drew at short. They want his glove out there. Dustin Pedroia at second. Napoli at first. Salt Tulamacchia does the catching for Clay Buchholz, a 2-time All-Star, and Jim Leyland's crew hoping to fight here tonight. Bakes his time, a lot of it between pitches. Here's his 1-2. Left side. Bogaerts can't make a play, and no chance. An infield hit for Hunter to start the night.
Yeah, once that ball got by Bogaerts, you knew Drew had no chance. I think Bogaerts touched that ball right off the webbing, and by the time Drew got over there, too long a throw to have any chance to get Hunter.
Remember, Bogaerts is a shortstop, still learning third base. Middlebrooks, the better defensive player. They've got Bogaerts in there trying to inject some life at the bottom of the lineup. Here's the 0-2 again. A strikeout for 1 away.
That looked like a cut fastball up in the strike zone. You can see Salt Tulamacchia away off the plate. No, that was a 2-seam fastball. Moving all over the place to get Cabrera.
Here's a 2-2. Struck him out. 2 gone.
We talked about Fielder with that front shoulder out of there. Can't catch up to it. 2-seamer running away from Fielder. 2 outs.
1 ball, 2 strikes. In the air to right center field. Ellsbury is there. And the Tigers leave a man in the first and now come to the plate against Max Scherzer. Up 3-2 after a half at Fenway Park. No score. Starting lineup for the Red Sox brought to you by Taco Bell. Sometimes you gotta live Moss. Jacoby Ellsbury leads off in center. Shane Victorino's in right. Dustin Pedroia, he struggled in this series. 1 RBI. David Ortiz, just 2 hits. Then Napoli, he's heating up. Saltalamacchia, Johnny Gomes in left. Stephen Drew at short. Xander Bogaerts, the kid, is playing third base. And on the mound is the 21-game winner, the big league's only starter to win 20 or more, Max Scherzer.
Joe, you talked about the Red Sox with 123 stolen bases, 92 of those from the first 3 spots in the order. So it's very important for Max Scherzer, who is the best at controlling the running game for the Tigers, to stop, wait, hold the ball with guys on first. Leland, we asked Jim if he had to choose a number, what would be the absolute max pitch count? He said the number would be 125 pitches.
Here's Ellsbury to lead it off. Max with 1 win in 5 starts here in this park. He struck him out looking. And he gets him with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, 1 away.
How many times do you see that from any leadoff hitter, but particularly a quality leadoff hitter like Jacoby Ellsbury? Fastball, slider, fastball, all taken. Impressive start by Scherzer.
Now Victorino, who has ditched entirely the idea of switch hitting. He did it in game 5, but now he says that's over with, and he's going to bat strictly right-handed. Max was the 11th overall pick by the Diamondbacks back in 2006, came up in 2008. As Victorino checks on Iglesias, who plays the position with flair. 2 out. Base hit. And a 2-out hit for Pedroia through the left side.
That's the best way to drive a pitch count up. Get a hit. Hanging slider from Scherzer. That's his first hanger of the first inning, and Pedroia on. You can see how he gets under that slider. Whenever a pitcher gets under the slider, it goes up, stays up, and usually something hard at the end of it. And that was the ball hit by Pedroia.
Scherzer trying to pitch around a 2-out single by Pedroia. The count's full on Ortiz. On ball 4, it's 2 on, 2 out. Iglesias makes the pickup on the short hop, and the inning is over. In these tight games, defense at a premium. Iglesias a big part of what the Tigers are doing. After 1 at Fenway, no score. Here's a 2-2. Left side. That's Bogaerts. 1 out. Waiting for a 1-2 pitch. Strikeout for round number 2. Reaching for it. That's a base hit. Over Pedroia into right, and Infante keeps the top of the 2nd inning alive.
Joe Torre was a great hitter. He used to say, with 2 strikes, never let a pitcher get you out away. And even though Infante hitting the ball off the end of the bat, a lot of people say, well, that's a lucky hit. No. If he didn't have that approach, he wouldn't have gotten to that
hit. Well, Colts walked 36, struck out 96 during the regular season in 16 starts. That's Buchholz off the mound, has time, has the out. No score into the bottom of the second. With a guy who, the last time he hit at Fenway Park, got the game-winning hit in Game 2. He'll lead it off in the bottom of the second. Won 2 games against Oakland in the division series, and he has his second strikeout of the night.
Joe, you had said Game 5 for the Red Sox was like Game 7. They won that one. Aaron just said, and I think properly so, that tonight's almost like a Game 7. And Game 7 tomorrow night if Detroit wins.
Back-to-back strikeouts to start the second.
Another good slider from Scherzer. Remember, Avila saying the sliders made the difference.
Could strike out the side here in the second, and does. 96 past the bat of Stephen Drew. That sends us into the third inning. Here at Fenway Park, it's game number 6. 3 strikeouts in the second for Scherzer. Red Sox and Tigers, no score.
You know, I think it takes more out of you sitting here watching these games.
Here's a base hit into right off the bat of Iglesias, and he's on to start the third inning. Third hit. With Iglesias running, and Hunter flies one into left. Gomes is there. He'll try to throw behind the runner, but Iglesias back, 1 out.
The last time that there was a 7-3 putout, a left fielder throwing behind the runner at first base, was 7 years ago. And that's what we almost saw right here. Johnny Gomes, because Iglesias was running, and Iglesias diving back into first base. But how odd would that have been? 7 years since the last 7-3 putout at first base.
1 on, 1 out, and a 1-2 pitch to Cabrera. 2 out.
Again, Joe, staying away from Miguel Cabrera. The Red Sox have not made a habit of coming inside to Cabrera. Cut fastball, and Cabrera down on strikes for the second time.
4 strikeouts on the night for Buchholz, and now it's Prince Fielder. Right at Napoli, blocks it, goes to the bag, and Fielder 0 for 2 tonight. Bottom of the third inning rolls in Fenway Park. Buchholz doing his job. Scherzer tries to continue doing his. No score. Player profile on Xander Bogaerts of Aruba. See what he has accomplished this postseason. 2 for 5 so far. That bottom line again, get the pitch count up. John Farrell's team wants to dig into that Detroit bullpen.
Talked about it in the opening, Joe. I've never been a proponent of that, but with Scherzer on the mound, it changes things.
A leadoff walk and a good at bat by the kid.
How about that? 0-2, and he worked the count to get a walk out of Scherzer. Second walk given up by Max in this game.
Bogaerts running. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks.
The one thing a catcher wants from an umpire on a 3-2 pitch is an immediate call. Alex Avila didn't get one. He threw to second anyway. Keep in mind that that ball is live. Had that ball gone into center field, then Bogaerts could have gone to third.
Now Jeff Jones out there to talk with the infielders and Scherzer. Bunt in the air, and it's caught by Scherzer. What a catch. And a big out here in the third inning.
How many times do you see this? A sliding catch by a pitcher. What a play by Scherzer. If that ball hopped out of his glove and goes into foul territory, it could really be trouble. But Max Scherzer certainly helping his cause right there.
And so Victorino, who hasn't been getting any hits, now can't get the bunt down. It's foul. Alfonso Marquez is the umpire down the left field line, and Pedroia came awfully close, that close, to his first home run of this postseason. We're going to get an argument out of John Farrell, but you can see the shadow of the baseball on the pole. Take another look. It is definitely to the left.
Definitely.
Of the pole. They may give it a look.
Since 1975, Game 6 against Cincinnati, Carlton Fisk's home run that stayed fair off Pat Darcy. That particular ball hit down the left field line is the most reminiscent of Fisk's blast.
Now they're going to go look at it.
That's a foul ball. I think Max knows what to do.
Here comes the call. Joe West says foul ball, and we'll go back to work with 2 on, 1 out. Left side, that brings Cabrera to the bag. A step and a throw and a double play ends the inning. And Scherzer gets around the 2 walks to start it. What a play he made on a bunt by Victorino. And then just fouled down the line off the bat of Pedroia. And Game 6 is scoreless after 3. In the air, caught on a line by Drew. Went away. A rocket off the bat of Victor Martinez.
We talked about it earlier, how many hits are taken away in the middle by the shift. You can see Stephen Drew right at shortstop, jumping up about 3 feet, making the play.
This is Drew. 2 out. Questions about Buchholz and about what his stamina is like after missing 82 games on the disabled list. Won 11 straight to start the season, was 12-1 overall, trying to build his arm strength back up. A neck and shoulder issue is what sidelined him. Jams Avila. Bogarts makes the play, and let's go to the bottom of the 4th of Game 6. More good pitching. Tigers and Red Sox, no score. Here's David Ortiz, who gets under one and skies it into shallow right. Hunter and Infante. It's Infante, 1 out.
Omar went out a long way for that pop fly. That's how tall it was. Players talk about pop-ups like they're tall. This one was real tall.
Now 2 home runs for Boston. And he strikes out for out number 2 here in the 4th. With the bases empty, Saltalamacchia is walking in. That was important. A 9-pitch inning for Scherzer here in the 4th. He's got 6 strikeouts. Nobody's got a run. Let's go to the 5th inning, Game 6. Back after this from your local Fox station.
Fastball away.
To the shortstop as Infante tried to pull the pitch. 1 out with Austin Jackson coming up. John Farrell's trying to lead the Red Sox in his first year as Boston's manager to the World Series. Who's the last manager to reach the World Series in his first season with a team? Inside for a 1-out walk. And the first walk handed out by Buchholz tonight. Not Pedroia steps, throws. Got it. Double play. And Dustin Pedroia took it himself. Not hard hit. But this guy can hang in there and get it to first with the best of them from the second base position. No score after 4.5. The 1-1. Popped up. Shallow right. Torrey Hunter, a long way to go, but good speed to get there. The 0-1. In the air to left. Easy for Peralta. New to the outfield. 2 out.
Bogarts with 1 home run this year at Yankee Stadium.
Hits it well. Into left center field. This ball is off the monster, and Bogarts has got a 2-out double.
This ball almost hitting the Be Strong sign. Right above the 379 sign in left center field. Playing the Karamas Jackson. The monster taketh or giveth and taketh away. That ball could have been a home run in a lot of parks.
That ball was scorched. Really? Now he's at second for Ellsbury, who drove home 53 during the regular season. That's into right. Hunter will come up throwing. Bogarts makes it 1-0. Ellsbury, the RBI.
It looked like Ellsbury went up there, looked for the changeup, got it, drilled it, 1-0. Changeup it was over the middle of the plate. 1-0 Sox.
Again, these Red Sox, for the most part tonight, taking the first pitch.
Joe, you remember when we had Justin Verlander on? He said, second time through the order, you never know. They might change it. And they did.
They did with Pedroia. They did with Ortiz. And it's Ellsbury who took 3 pitches for a strikeout in the first inning, jumping on that first pitch to produce the game's first run. Now Victorino. There goes Ellsbury. Throw down by Avila. In time to end the inning. So Alex Avila gets Jacoby Ellsbury to end the 5th. The inning that produces the first run of Game 6. 2-out double by the 21-year-old Bogarts. Driven in by Ellsbury. 1-0 Red Sox after 5. Only 4 of 18 teams needing to go on the road to win Game 6 and 7 have won a championship series. Last team to do it, the Boston Red Sox in 2004, winning the last 2 at Yankee Stadium. That's inside, and Hunter has worked a leadoff walk. And there is action for the Red Sox with Brandon Workman getting loose. As the pitch count has climbed over 80. Franklin Morales joining Workman, and they're going to stall now and let those guys get loose after that leadoff walk.
Yeah, that's a buy some time meeting from Juan Nieves, the pitching coach.
Hard hit base hit through the left side. And it's 2 on with nobody out as Cabrera has his first hit of the night.
After fouling off that first high fastball, Buchholz again upstairs. He doesn't foul that one off. I think we're going to see Morales.
And we are. Here comes John Farrell. Second visit of the inning. Franklin Morales will enter to deal with Prince Fielder. The Tigers Still waiting for Prince to get in on the run scoring fun. And a nice hand for Clay Buchholz as he exits. Up 1-0, but with 2 on and nobody out here in the 6th. It's Franklin Morales. Just his 3rd game this entire postseason. But while the focus is on Morales for the Red Sox with 2 on and nobody out, the focus really has been on Prince Fielder, who came in without an RBI in his last 17 postseason games. There's a night for Buchholz. He gets into the 6th inning. No runs, 4 hits. Struck out 4, walked 2. Morales has yet to throw a strike, and he walks Fielder on 4 straight to load the bases with nobody out. That is a rocket into left. Off the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes Cabrera. Holding at 3rd is Fielder, and the Tigers have their first lead of the night. It's 2-1. And that Red Sox bullpen, which has been so good in this series and in this postseason, watches Morales come in, walk the first man he faces, fall behind on the count, and give this up high off the wall to Victor Martinez. Tigers lead by 1. Victor Martinez delivers. Tigers have their first lead of the night. First 2 reached against Buchholz, 2 against Morales. Here's Brandon Workman. And now the 0-1 to Peralta. Pedroia will tag, and they've got the runner hung up Fielder. 1 out already, and out is Fielder trying to get back to the bag.
That's terrible base running by Prince Fielder. He's got to make Pedroia come home with the ball before he can tag Martinez between 1st and 2nd. This plays right into Pedroia's hands. I don't think I've ever seen this, Joe. Pedroia fakes home and now goes home. They get Fielder in the rundown, and Saltalamacchia finally makes the tag. Fielder has got to come home, prevent the tag between 1st and 2nd, but he stopped between 1st and 2nd, between home and 3rd. You can't make that mistake. Pedroia made a brilliant play for the double play.
He goes 4-2 with Pedroia feeding Saltalamacchia. They came out to check the health of Saltalamacchia after he fell on top of Fielder down the 3rd baseline, and now it's a runner at 2nd. Kelly will do the running. He's running for Peralta. The 1-2. Got him looking. And the good news for the Tigers, facing elimination, they get the lead. The bad news, they'll be thinking about what might have been. Looking at the possibility of a big 6th inning. They get only 2. Lead by 1. Into the bottom of the 6th. Here in Game 6. Smiley's getting loose. With Ortiz due up 3rd in this 6th. Leadoff man is on as Victorino is hit yet again. He's been hit 6 times this postseason, and he's on to start the 6th.
That was the most unusual pitch from Max Scherzer. He dropped his arm down. It looked like he was caught in between. You've heard of hitters being caught in between. It was a changeup. That's the reason, and it comes in and hits Victorino in the rib cage. If you're going to hit, be hit in the rib cage, you might as well be hit by a changeup.
He walks. And now Jeff Jones will go talk. With Ortiz coming up. He came to the Red Sox in 2003. He's had nothing but clutch moments for the Red Sox, regular season and postseason. 04 was a star in that ALCS against the Yankees. Hit the game-tying grand slam in Game 2 of this series. Look what he's done in the late innings. 5 go-ahead or game-tying hits in the 8th or later, tied for second most in postseason history. Serves it into left. Kelly on the run has got out number 1. And a nice running catch by Don Kelly just into the game and left.
Ortiz reaching out weakly. A little floater to the left side, so Scherzer got his man on that tailing fastball and a big out right there. Watch him reach.
Avila can't keep it close enough, and the runners advance to second and third.
No 2 runners in baseball, in my view, would ever go on this short a wild pitch. Ball crawling under the legs of Napoli. Avila did what he could, but excellent jumps by Victorino and Pedroia. Well, that is terrific base running right there.
A strikeout for out number 2.
After all the fastballs, the changeup gets him.
Had him out in front, and a pop-up should end the inning. It's Iglesias, and it's the end of the 6th. Scherzer gets around, the hit batsman, the walk, the wild pitch. And the guy who won 21 games this season, trying to get Detroit to a Game 7, up 1. Back after this from your local Fox station. Infante 1 for 2 here in Game 6. Tigers leading by 1. Jammed him a bit into center for Ellsbury. 1 away. And Workman's retired all 3 batters he's faced. Once again, tonight's Dodge Durango trivia question. Who was the last manager to reach the World Series in his first season with a team? The answer, him, Jim Leyland, 2006 with Detroit. Got Ortiz through a wild pitch, struck out Napoli, got Saltalamacchia. Changeup, a big pitch in the bottom of the 6th inning for Scherzer. That's into center. A good at bat by Jackson. He's on with 1 out.
High fastball to Austin. He walked his last time up. First hit of this game.
They had him leaning and pick him off.
If that was the hit and run, and it very well could have been, you can't get picked off on that play. We talked about it a couple of innings ago. Full count or a hit and run. You're not picked off. Now, he may have been running on his own. We don't know. But that little wiggle toward second got him.
And the big right-hander with a good move. Perfect throw. Work Workman knocks it down, and that's going to go for a hit. If he doesn't touch it, Pedroia's waiting for it. But he does, and Torrey Hunter will get the at-bat.
Instincts told Workman to try to glove it, but if you don't catch it, don't touch it.
With Hunter at the plate, and he bunts. Workman off the mound, drops it, and it's 2 on with 2 out.
So after making contact with the ball and that ball to second base, Workman tries to barehand it, bobbles it.
And it's an error.
Yeah, it should be. He comes up cleanly. He's out at first.
And it keeps Cabrera from batting here in the 7th. As it is, the error continues. The frame for the Tigers. They will have 2 on, 2 out. Workman is out. Tazawa coming in for another battle with Miguel Cabrera. So it's Junichi Tazawa to face Miguel Cabrera, who got a base hit to chase Clay Buchholz in the 6th. Now he bats in the 7th, 2 on, 2 out after the error by Brandon Workman. Up the middle. Diving try. Through. Got it. What a play by a guy who's not hitting, but in the lineup for just that reason. Takes a hit. Takes a run away. And as we stretch in game 6, because of that play by number 7, Stephen Drew, the Tigers lead by 1 as they trail in the series 3 games to 2. He told him he was finished after 7 in game 2. The lead was lost in the 8th. The game was lost in the 9th. That's hit a ton off the top of the wall. And it's a leadoff double for Johnny Gomes.
That ball missed going out less than a foot from the top of the monster. The monster's 37 feet high. This ball hit about 36.5 feet up. 6 inches. Maybe less.
Pedroia narrowly missed a home run early. Back in the 3rd. Now Gomes comes to within a foot of tying the game.
Now Vila out to talk to Scherzer.
Big strikeout. And 1 out here in the 7th. Strikeout number 8 for Scherzer. And number 10 in this series for Stephen Drew.
1st and 2nd, nobody out in the 6th inning. They failed to move the runners. The only way they moved was on a wild pitch. And now, man, on 2nd, nobody out. So Scherzer, with every right to act like he does after striking out Stephen Drew.
A walk on a pitch that barely missed. And now a decision for Jim Leyland with Ellsbury coming up.
Max Scherzer wanted that 3-2 pitch. He didn't get it. Now he's out of there.
Ellsbury coming up. Drew Smiley's coming in. Ellsbury with an RBI single his last time up against Scherzer. We'll have 2 on with 1 out as the Tigers send their starter away and go to their bullpen.
But Jim Leyland telling us that Max Scherzer told him after 7 innings when he started game 2, told him that he was finished. He couldn't have told him this time because he was on the mound.
Dealing with Ellsbury. First pitch a strike. Now one up the middle. It is bobbled, and the bases are loaded. Iglesias kicked it. Moving to his left.
I think he tried to shovel it to Infante or stop and come back and touch the bag. Had he made the play right there, possibly. But he bobbles the ball. Infante goes after it, and an error on Jose Iglesias.
It's his second of this postseason. And that's it for Smiley. From what could have been a double play ball,
maybe,
to an error. The bases loaded, one out. Ferris coming in with Shane Victorino coming up. Could erase a lot of frustration with something here. Jose Ferris has been good this postseason and in this ALCS. He enters with the bases loaded, one out. Detroit up by one in the seventh. Let's go back to the play and the error on Iglesias on the ball up the middle.
With Ellsbury running, I think it would have been difficult for Iglesias to get the double play, but partner, you thought they could have if he flipped it right away. It would have been close one way or the other.
No doubt. The ball was hit hard, which factors in. The reaction from Torrey Hunter. It's been a game of missed opportunities, yet still in front for the Tigers. The count's 0-2 on Victorino. That's hit well into the corner. It is gone. A grand slam. Boston in the seventh on their second grand slam in this series. Ball one to Pedroia.
3 curveballs to Victorino. The third one up in his eyes and over the plate and over the wall. And he lived and died with a curveball. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch, curve strike. Third pitch in the strike zone. Crowd on their feet. 5-2 Boston.
Still only one out on the 1-2. 2 out. And they're going to open the door again as Leland goes back to his bullpen with Ortiz coming up. It's Phil Coke. But the big damage done in this 7th inning. The agony on the Detroit side. The ecstasy for Victorino and the Red Sox. And the fans at Fenway. Here in the 7th. Boston leads by 3. 3 runs on 4 hits. 5 walks, 8 strikeouts. Smiley came on, got the ground ball, the error by Iglesias. Ferris came in, gave up a grand slam with 2 strikes to Victorino. Then struck out Pedroia. Now it's Phil Coke against David Ortiz. And then the slam. The 1-1. But right at Iglesias, who's got plenty of time, gets the out. Second grand slam of this American League Championship Series. Ortiz got the first. Victorino gets the second. And in the seventh, puts his team 6 defensive outs away from a trip to the World Series. And was greeted by that reception by these fans here at Fenway, out beyond the wall and right. Shane Victorino, in his postseason career, with the bases loaded, he's been up 6 times. He's 4 for 6 with 2 grand slams and 16 RBIs in his first year with the Red Sox, for a guy who has become instantly loved here in Boston in his first year. Craig Breslow takes over. Here's the 0-2. Hard hit, but right at Pedroia. How many times has Fielder done that? 8 times in this LCS. 1 out in the 8th. Right into the defense, into the shift. And here's Victor Martinez. Martinez with a 2-run single high off the Green Monster back in the 6th. And the Tigers will be looking at that inning, thinking what might have been. A strikeout for the second out. In the 7th, the Tigers didn't get a play from Iglesias, their shortstop, on a ball hit by Ellsbury. And now Breslow has a perfect 8th inning. Red Sox roll off the field into the bottom of the 8th, leading game 6 by 3. Look at these guys and what they were doing before their moments. David Ortiz 0 for 6, ties game 2 with a slam in the 8th. Saul Tulamaki was hitless before the walk-off base hit in the 9th. Napoli hitless before the game-winning home run against Verlander in game 3. And Victorino 2 for 23 before he took Veras out with a grand slam to left last inning.
Talk about making your hits count. Those 4 have.
Albuquerque now.
You can pay attention to pitch. In my opinion, you can pay attention to pitch counts, but you can't be a prisoner to them. And to me, the majority of baseball, the managers and the people that run this game, are becoming prisoners to pitch counts. And in my view, that's wrong. Doesn't make me an old-timer, a purist, or anything. It's just wrong. Pay attention to them, but don't be a prisoner to them.
A 1-2. Back-to-back strikeouts. Albuquerque strikes out the side. Who's coming up? Avila, Infante, Jackson. Who's coming in? Uehara with the Red Sox trying to wrap up the pennant. Look at the numbers. 4 saves. 3 of them in this ALCS. That's what he's aiming for. And he starts with a strike.
The split.
John Farrell, the manager of the Red Sox, telling us Uehara reads hitters as well as anybody he's ever had. The bunt. Uehara, 2 out. Clinch chance for the Tigers. Austin Jackson. The Red Sox talked about finding a way all season long. This is Drew. Can't make the play. And the ball game continues. Now the Tigers, as Austin Jackson is on base for the third straight time, they need one more base runner to have a chance.
That'll bring the tying run up to the plate, and Torrey Hunter, as Drew can't make this play, an infield hit for Austin Jackson.
It's up to Iglesias to try and extend it. Jackson will take second on strike one to Iglesias. The Red Sox rebounded from a 93-loss season last year. They bring in John Farrell. They bring in free agents. They had the best record in the American League in 97 and 65. Won their division by 5.5 games. And now they won the pennant. It's the third pennant in the last 10 seasons here in Boston. It started in 04 with that come-from-behind win in the ALCS against the Yankees. And a 4-game sweep with the Cardinals in the World Series. A rematch is coming, and it starts on Wednesday night. The Boston bullpen won it. Tazawa gets the win. Uehara the save. Scherzer is the tough luck loser. And down in the middle of all that, we got Ken Rosenthal.
All right, with Shane Victorino and a very special guest. Shane, bases loaded in the 7th. You've got 2 for 23 at that point in the postseason in the series. What's going through your mind?
Too much emotions. Boston strong. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, when I came here, you know, people counted me out. People said I wasn't, you know, people said last year I was done. No, when I came here, there was rejubilation. There was something inside of me that said, I want to prove something. I want to prove that, you know what? That's the reason why I came here. Boston strong. Thank you again,
Shane. When you came here, how realistic did you think it was that this team could go to the World Series?
You know what, Ken? I've been there before. You know, day one spring training. There was something special about this team. You know, guys came with one mindset. I know it's been the last couple of years, been tough here. But you know what? We put that all behind us. As that song says, every little thing's going to be all right. We worked hard all spring training. We worked hard every day. We still got one more step. But you know what? We proved a lot of doubters. I proved a lot of doubters. And it's not about me. It's about this team. And these guys all pull together. They pull for each other. And that's what it's about.
Shane, congratulations.
Thanks,
Thank you very much. Over to Aaron Andrews.
Kenny, thanks so much. Here with Dustin Pedroia. Dustin, you guys come back from being in last place last year, and tonight another comeback. How do you put this into words?
I don't know. It's been a special ride. I mean, we got a lot of guys who bought into the team, and it's been a different guy every night, and I'm just proud of every single one of them. It's been a blast. We're still going, though.
You are a guy that wears your emotions on your sleeve, a leader on this team. Why did all these moves to make this year happen work?
Well, we just have a bunch of guys that love playing baseball, and you've seen it today. I mean, we try to do the little things, Vic, advancing 90 feet on the one play, and then hitting a huge home run. So everybody's loving having fun together and trying to win together.
We talked about it before you walked over. The double play in the 6th inning. Tell me what was going through your mind right there.
I have no idea. I mean, I was just trying to make sure Prince didn't score, and he stopped, and Victor was right in front of me, so I just tagged him and threw it home. So we kind of lucked out and got out of that inning.
And Saltalamacchia with the ultimate stop there, landing right on top.
And that was awesome. Yeah, Salty can run.
Dustin, thanks so much. Joe, back over to you.
The final is 5-2. The Red Sox win it. And it's O'Hara on the mound. The reactions as we go around the diamond. The Boston Red Sox, their 3rd World Series awaits them on Wednesday night. 3rd in the last 10 years. Saltalamacchia with the embrace. O'Hara may have pitched his way to an MVP award in this ALCS. The reaction from John Farrell in his first year as manager of the Red Sox. Victorious. The hero with the swing, the slam in the 7th. The DH who tied the game last Sunday night in the 8th inning with a grand slam. David Ortiz. How'd he react? Goggles already on. Ready for the celebration. They know how to celebrate here at Fenway Park. They've been doing a lot of that. We'll come back with that celebration on the other side of the break. The Boston Red Sox are going to the World Series.